They say that if a man claims he isn't afraid of dying, he is either lying or he is a Gurkha. For over 2 centuries, the Gurkhas have been the embodiment of loyalty, courage, and fearlessness. These warriors from the hills of Nepal have fought in some of the most brutal battles in modern history, earning medals, respect, and fear across the world. But who are they? Why does their name still echo in elite military circles today? Let's start from the beginning. This is March Through History. The Gurkhas take their name from the ancient Gurkha kingdom in western Nepal. This rugged region produced generations of hardy, self-reliant mountain people known for their resilience, discipline, and martial prowess. They were not a people of wealth or empire, but of grit. In 1814, the British East India Company found that out the hard way. When the British attempted to annex Nepalese territory, the Gurkhas met them with savage resistance in what would be known as the Anglo-Nepalese War. Though the British eventually won, they were stunned. These lightly armed hill fighters had held out against one of the most powerful empires on earth through sheer willpower and battlefield skill. Their tenacity was so impressive that the British didn't want to defeat them. They wanted to hire them. And so, in 1815, the British began recruiting Gurkhas into their ranks, a tradition that continues to this day. In the 20th century, the Gurkhas became legendary. Over 200,000 Gurkhas fought for Britain in World War I and II. They earned 13 Victoria Crosses, the highest military honor in the British Empire, and thousands of other gallantry awards. Let me tell you about Lakhiman Gurung. In 1945, during a Japanese assault in Burma, Gurung's position was attacked by over 200 enemy troops. A grenade blew off his right hand. He lost sight in one eye. Most men would have collapsed or surrendered. Instead, Gurung grabbed his rifle with one hand, held the trigger with his left fingers, and kept firing for 4 hours until reinforcements arrived. The Japanese never got past him. Or Banbagta Gurung, who during World War II charged multiple Japanese bunkers under fire, killing enemies with grenades and bayonet, before climbing onto a machine gun nest and eliminating the crew with his Kukri. He was 24 years old. These aren't movie scripts. These are real men. And that blade? The Kukri? It's not just a knife. It's a symbol of the Gurkha soul. With its distinct inward curve and wide blade, the Kukri has been a tool of daily life, a weapon of war, and a mark of identity. The legend goes that once drawn in battle, it cannot be returned to its sheath without tasting blood. While that may be folklore, the Kukri has earned its reputation on the battlefield, used in brutal close combat, especially in trench warfare and jungle operations. But being a Gurkha isn't just about wielding a blade. It's about passing through one of the hardest military selection processes in the world. Every year, over 20,000 young Nepalese men apply to become Gurkhas in the British Army. Fewer than 400 are selected. Candidates face mental aptitude tests, English language exams, medical and background checks, and most famously, the Doko race, where they carry a 25-kilogram sack of sand uphill for 5 kilometers, wearing just flip-flops. The competition is so fierce, entire villages train their boys from childhood for a chance to wear the Gurkha uniform. Once selected, recruits undergo months of elite military training in the UK, learning everything from marksmanship and tactics to survival and modern warfare. Their physical conditioning, discipline, and loyalty are often compared to special forces. Today, the Brigade of Gurkhas serves as an elite unit within the British Army. They fought in Iraq, Afghanistan, the Falklands, and Bosnia. Some are now part of specialist reconnaissance and signal units. In India, Gurkhas serve in 7 regiments and are considered among the most dependable infantry forces, guarding borders, fighting insurgencies, and serving in United Nations peacekeeping missions. Gurkhas are also part of the Singapore police force and special security details in Brunei and other countries. What makes them unique is not just skill, but mindset. They serve not for conquest or ideology, but for honor, tradition, and pride. Despite their legendary service, Gurkhas have not always been treated fairly. For decades, British Gurkhas were paid less than their British counterparts and denied pension rights, but in recent years, veteran movements have won key victories, highlighting the debt owed to these heroes. Retired Gurkhas still march in remembrance parades, and when they do, even generals stand to salute. So what makes a Gurkha? It's not the Kukri, the medals, or the stories. It's the unshakable calm under fire, the loyalty to brotherhood, the quiet, terrifying bravery that doesn't scream or boast, but simply acts. They don't ask for fame. They don't make noise. But in battle, they are the storm. As one British officer once said, "If a man says he is not afraid of dying, he is either lying or he is a Gurkha." This is March Through History. Subscribe for more stories of warriors, weapons, and the world they fought in.